Hello team, welcome back. In the previous lecture, I have submitted an assignment for you. Today I am going to solve that particular assignment. So team, if you have already solved that particular assignment, then that's definitely great and you don't need to go through with this particular lecture. But if you have faced any kind of problem to solve that particular assignment, then this is the lecture for you, right? So you can get the reference from this particular lecture and you can try to resolve that particular assignment again, right? So let's start with. So in the assignment, our task was to create the MySQL container with the defined database. So in the assignment, our first task was to create the MySQL database container with the defined data volume, right? So first we will create the MySQL container, then we will create the MySQL container with the default data volume, right? So first we will create the MySQL container with the specific version with the volume named MySQL DB, right? So to get the version of MySQL, we need to go to the hub.docker.com. So we will go to hub.docker.com. Once you will land on this particular page, you need to sign in your account. I will click on sign in button so that I will log in into my account. And once you will be logged in, you need to search for the MySQL, right? MySQL, hit enter button. And very first image you will get is the MySQL official image. You can see over here we are getting the tag official image, right? So we need to click this image to verify the versions of the MySQL. So the MySQL versions are available 8.0.15, 8.0 and 8 and latest. So these are the MySQL versions which is available on the hub.docker.com, right? So we need to start the MySQL database with any of this particular version. So suppose first I will start the MySQL with the version 8.0. So first I will start the MySQL container with the command like docker container run, then provide the name of my container which should be MySQL test and define the MySQL which is your image name, right? Once you will start your MySQL with the above command, you will face some kind of issue. You will face some kind of problem, right? Because MySQL will start with some kind of password or with no password. So to resolve that particular problem, we will start the MySQL with the below listed command, right? So team, the commands which I'm going to use in this particular lecture, I have listed all these commands in this particular document, and I will attach this particular document with the lecture. So you don't need to worry about anything, right? So let's start with, let's go to the terminal and start the MySQL container, right? So we are on a terminal. So before start the MySQL container, let's execute a command docker ps-a to verify that how many containers are running or exist on my machine, right? So docker ps-a. So you can see right now MySQL container is already running, right? So to start a new MySQL container, first I will stop this running container, right? So I will execute a command docker container stop and provide the ID or the name, right? So name is MySQL DB4, and suppose I'm going to stop the Nginx as well. Again execute MySQL, again execute docker ps-a. Then you can see both of the containers are in the exited state, right? Suppose I will remove these as well. So docker container rm, then provide the container name, which is MySQL DB and Nginx, right? So both of the containers are being removed as well. If I will again execute docker ps-a, so I will not get anything. So we have already cleaned up our docker space, right? I will clear out the console. Now what I need to do, I need to start the MySQL container which have the version 8.0. For this I will execute a command docker container run, provide the name with the command name. Suppose I'm providing the name like MySQL hyphen test, then provide the image name. Image name is MySQL. Then put colon and provide the version, which version you want to use. Suppose I want to use 8.0, so I have provided 8.0 over here. Hit enter button. So first it will download the MySQL 8.0 version on your machine, right? And after the download it is showing some error, and error is database is initialized with the password option is not specified, right? So although we have seen this kind of thing in the previous lectures, but I'm showing you everything from the scratch so that you can get it better, right? So we need to specify either one of the password option. Either we need to provide the option MySQL root password, or we need to provide the option like MySQL allow empty password or MySQL random root password, right? So I will go with the first one, right? So that I would be able to know the password of my MySQL database, right? So I will execute a command docker container run hyphen name mysql hyphen test, then define the environment variable like hyphen e and define the mysql root password, right? So I will copy this and define it within the double quotes. MySQL root password equals to define anything like my password. So this would be the password of my MySQL database, right? Then define the image name, which is MySQL colon 8.0. Once you will execute this particular command, this will start the container MySQL container 8.0 image with this particular password, right? So in first attempt, it will fail. Let's execute and see it is failed, right? And it is saying error response from the daemon conflict the container name. So you have seen the same container name we have used earlier, and in this and again we are using the same container name, although the container was not started, but it has created the reference entry. So first we need to remove the MySQL container MySQL test, or you can rename your container, right? So suppose I'm going to execute docker ps hyphen a. So you can see here we have a container which is in the exited state and name is MySQL test. Now we have two options. Either we can remove this particular container or I can rename my container which I'm starting, right? So I will remove this docker container rm and provide the container name MySQL test, right? Now again I will execute the start command of my MySQL 8.0, which is docker container run name. Name would be MySQL test hyphen e, the environment variable, and in the environment variable I'm passing the variable MySQL root password and value is my password and MySQL image 8.0, right? Hit enter. Then you can see it is printing all the logs. You can see it is initializing the database and printing all the logs. Why the logs are being printed? Why this is being printed in the attach mode? Because I have not started the MySQL container in the detach mode, so that it is being printed in the attach mode, right? And over here you can see MySQL init process done, ready to start up, right? It means the MySQL container is already being started and it is being started on a port 3306. You can see over here, right? So this is the way how you can start the MySQL container, but this was not our task. Our task was to start the MySQL container with the defined volume or user defined volume. So first press Ctrl C to stop this particular container. So once you will press your Ctrl C, you will come out from your running container. If I will execute a command docker ps, then you can see the container is up 3 minutes ago, right? So first I need to stop this container and then I need to start the same container with the user defined volumes, right? So I will stop the container docker container stop MySQL test, right? Once it will stop, I will remove the same container as well. Docker container remove rm MySQL container, MySQL test, right? If I will execute a command docker container ps hyphen a, then you can see nothing is being present over here, right? So we have exited and removed the MySQL container 8.0. Now what I need to do, I need to start the MySQL container with the user defined volumes, right? So first let's go through the slides. So we have done this much of work. We have started the MySQL container, removed the existing container and start again. And we have verified that the MySQL container was running, right? Now we need to start the MySQL container with the user defined volumes. And this is the command to start the MySQL container with the user defined volumes, right? The rest of the command would be same. We will add a one more parameter hyphen mount source equal to MySQL DB. This would be the name of the volume which is user defined, and the target, right? The MySQL DB volume will be mapped with the library inside the container which is present inside the where live MySQL, right? So let's execute this command. And once we will start the MySQL container with this particular volume, we will verify the MySQL container, right? And after that, we will go to the MySQL database and create the data. So this is the task. So let's go to the terminal. So I will execute the command docker container run hyphen hyphen name mysql test hyphen e mysql root password equal to password, then the image name. But before this, I will provide hyphen hyphen mount, right? Source equals to mysql db. This would be the volume name, comma, target equals to where lib mysql. Why I am providing this particular location where lib mysql? Because this is the volume location which is present inside the mysql docker file. If we will go to the hub.docker.com and I will click on the docker file link and we will search for the volume, then you can see here is the volume and location is where live mysql. So I'm providing the same location in my command, right? So the complete command is like docker container run hyphen hyphen name, then providing the name which is mysql test hyphen e environment variable mysql root password, and the password would be my password, defining the volume source equal to mysql db, this would be the volume name, and target equals to where live mysql 8.0, right? Hit enter button. Oh, one more thing. We need to start this container in the detach mode. So I will define hyphen d as well, right? So I'm defining docker container run hyphen d and name, right? Hit enter button. So you can see a container with this particular ID is being started. If I will execute a command docker ps, then you can see MySQL container name MySQL test is running, right? If we want to verify the volumes, we can execute the command docker volume ls, and we can see a new volume called MySQL DB is being created, right? If you want to verify, you can inspect the running container by command docker inspect MySQL test, which is my container name. Hit enter. Then over here we are getting the complete details of the container, and over here we can see the volume and the mount location, right? So you can see inside the environment we are getting the password value as well, and MySQL root password equals to my password, right? And here we are getting the mount locations, right? So the type is volume name is mysql db, the source location, this is the location which is present inside the running container directory, which is where live docker volumes mysql db underscore data. Where live docker volume mysql db underscore data is the location where the running container will store the data which you will create, right? If you want, then you can go to this particular location. I will copy this and go to this location, clear out the console, go to cd and paste this location which you have copied, which is where live docker volume mysql db underscore data. Then you can see this location is present. If I will put ls, then you can see we have the files present at this particular location. So it means the volume with name mysql db is successfully created, right? I will clear out the console and go to the root. So clear cd root, right? Now what I need to do, we have started the MySQL database in a container. Now we need to create a database and insert some data, right? For this, first go to the slides and go through some commands. So first we will go to the MySQL database and create the data. And for this, we need to follow these steps. First, we will inspect the container and find out the IP of the running container, right? Then we get the running port. Then we will install the MySQL client package with the command apt-get install MySQL client. And after this, we will execute the command to log in MySQL DB. And what is the command we need to execute? The command would be like MySQL-u root-p. We need to define the password. Then -h. After this, we need to define the host IP. And then -p. After this, we need to define the port. The sample command is listed below in the red color, right? So this is the way how we can go inside the database on a running container, right? So let's go to the terminal and follow these steps one by one. So to find out the IP, first I will inspect the running container. So docker inspect MySQL test, and we will verify the IP and port value, right? So let's search for the IP and port value. So inside the network setting, we can get the IP, and IP is 172.17.0.2, right? And the port on which the container is started, the port is 3306. This is the default port on which the MySQL started, right? So the port is 3306 and IP is 172.17.0.2, right? Now we'll try to go inside the database, right? So we will execute a command MySQL -u root -p, define the password is my password, -h, define the IP, which is 172.17.0.2, define -p and define the port 3306, which is the default port of MySQL. Hit enter, and you can see I'm getting the error because I have forgot to install the MySQL client package, right? So first I will install the MySQL client package, right? So I will clear out the console and execute the command apt get install MySQL client. Hit enter. Then you can see it is downloading the MySQL client. Put Y to provide the permission. It will take few seconds. So we have to wait until the client will install, and it's done. Clear out the console and execute the same command which we have executed earlier. So we will execute the same command again, MySQL-u, then provide the username root, -p, then define your password. In my case, the password is my password. -h, define the IP of your host. -p, define the port. Hit enter. Then you will enter into the MySQL. You can see right now I am inside the MySQL. So I have logged in inside my MySQL database of my running container. Over here, we can do anything with the database, right? So suppose I'm going to create some data, right? So I have listed down all the commands on the slides. So you can go through the slides first. So first we will create a database with the command like create database and provide the database name. Then we'll create the table in the database, and table name could be persons, right? Which have the 4 columns like person ID, last name, first name, address, and the city. And after this, we will insert the data in this particular table, right? So we will insert 2 rows in this particular table. And after this, we will verify the database person table, right? So these are the commands we need to execute on this particular database, right? So first we will create the database with the command create database and database name, suppose test db, right? Hit enter. So you can see queries okay, 1 row affected. If you want, you can show the databases like command show databases. Then you can see over here we are getting all the database which is present inside the MySQL DB, and our newly created database is also present over here, which is test DB, right? Now to insert the data inside my test DB, I need to switch to the test DB first. So I will use the command use, then provide the DB name, which is test DB, right? Semicolon, hit enter. Now you can see we got the message database changed. Right now I'm using the database test DB, right? Now to create the table, I need to insert the create table command inside my MySQL, right? Now what we will do, we'll insert the create table command on the terminal inside my MySQL DB and hit enter button, right? Then you can see query OK, 0 row affected. It means the table is being created. If we will execute a command show tables, then we can see a new table named person is being created over here, right? Now our task is to insert some data in this particular table, right? So we will copy the insert into commands on my terminal. So by this query, we are inserting the data into a person table, right? So we have inserted a query like insert into persons, the column names like person ID, last name, first name, address, and city. And then we have defined the value of these particular columns. Hit enter button. Then you can see query OK, 1 row affected, right? Now we'll insert some more data into this particular table. So we have inserting the second row, the value is 17, Michael Martin, Keskikatu, Finland, right? Hit enter, then query is affected. Now we will commit our data. Now we need to verify that the particular data is successfully inserted or not, right? So we need to insert a query like select asterisk from persons, put semicolon, hit enter. Then you can see we have the two rows in the person table, the first where the id is 14 and second the where the id is 17. So the first last name is Birkson and second is Martin. First is from the Norway and second is from the Finland, right? So we have inserted the data inside the MySQL DB, and which MySQL DB is running inside the container, right? Now what we need to do, we need to exit out from the MySQL. So we will type exit semicolon, hit enter. So we are out from the MySQL DB, right? Now clear out your console. If you want to verify, you can execute a command docker ps, then you can see MySQL container is running, right? Now what I need to do, I need to stop this container, remove this container, start a new container with the upgraded version with the same volume, right? So we need to follow these steps. First, we will stop and remove the running container of the MySQL. Then we will start a new MySQL container with the earlier data volume which we have created in the current container, right? And then we will go to the database and verify that the particular data which we have created in this particular container will exist or not, right? So let's go to the terminal. To stop the container, I will execute docker container stop MySQL test, execute a command docker ps. Then you can see nothing is being coming, it means the container is being stopped, right? Now I will remove this container. So docker container rm MySQL test, execute a command docker ps hyphen a. Then you can see nothing is being present, it means the container is stopped and removed, right? So ideally if the volume concept is not present, then the data which we have created with the container should be erased, right? But we have created that particular, but we have started that particular container with the custom volume, right? So the data should be persist inside the volume. Either we will start a new container with the same existing data volume. So we will start a new container of the MySQL, right? And we will start a container MySQL 8.0.15, right? The upgraded version of the MySQL, and I will name it anything else. If you want, you can keep it same name like MySQL test, or you can change it, right? So what I'm doing, I'm starting the MySQL upgraded version with the existing data volume MySQL DB. See, I'm using the existing data volume MySQL DB over here, right? Which we have used in the previous MySQL container. Hit enter. Then you can see a container with this particular ID is being started. If I will put docker ps, then a container is running, right? So first I need to do, I need to find out the container ip. So docker inspect MySQL test, right? The ip is same 172.17.0.2, right? And the port is 3306, right? Now what I need to do, to verify the data, I need to log in into my MySQL container, right? So I will execute the same command MySQL hyphen u root hyphen p, then define your password hyphen h, define the host IP hyphen p, then the port. Then hit enter button and you can see we have inserted inside the MySQL DB, right? So first we will verify how many databases are being present over here. So I will execute a command show databases semicolon, hit enter. Then see test DB is being present over here. So why the test DB is present over here, although we have not created the test DB in this particular container? Because we are using the existing data volume with the new container, right? We have upgraded the MySQL, but we are using the same database which we have used in the previous container. So team, this is the resolution of the persistent data problem. We have stopped and removed the earlier container, but the data which we have created with the previous container is still persist, and we can use that particular data with the new containers, right? So by this way you can scale up your application with the existing data. You can scale up your docker with the existing data. If you will use this particular database, use testdb, execute a command select asterisk from person, then you can see the data which we have created is also present, right? So this is the way how the data volumes are resolving the issue of the persistent data. We can secure the data at a single place and scale up our container replication again and again, right? So this is the complete solution of the assignment which I posted in the earlier lecture, right? If you have any doubt, any question regarding this particular tutorial, then you can put your question in the question and answer forum. Also, I have listed all the commands which we have used in this particular lecture in the document, and I will attach this particular document with this particular lecture. So thank you, team. Thanks for your time.